What's up, guys? Welcome back. Everyone knows that summer doesn't officially start until you have your first seafood boil, and that is exactly what we're going to do today. But before we do that, please take a quick second to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to hit that bell and enable notifications as well. All right, guys, meet me in the kitchen. Let's make it happen. We're starting with our ingredients. Here we have 2 yellow onions, 1 head of garlic, some corn, some red potatoes, and 2 lemons. This recipe is super easy, guys. We're going to go ahead and start prepping this corn by showing everybody how strong you are. You can use a knife or just break them in half like you see me doing right here. Either way, doesn't really matter. Make sure you clean all of your veggies beforehand. We've already cleaned and dried these potatoes. Now we're gonna cut them in half. That way they cook a little bit faster. There we go. This Dow Strong cleaver is making easy work of these potatoes. I'm using about 2 pounds or so of red potatoes. As always, guys, specific measurements and ingredients can be found in the description box below, so don't forget to check that out. We're gonna go ahead and cut these lemons in half, and we're gonna do the same thing with our onions. The onions are there for flavor, guys. We're not really gonna eat those unless that's your thing. Same thing with the garlic. We're gonna cut the end off the garlic. We're gonna use the whole head of garlic here. Moving on to our sausage. So today we're using some beef kielbasa, but you can use whatever sausage you want, turkey, chicken, whatever you like, whatever floats your boat. We're gonna cut these into 2-inch pieces like you see me doing right here, and then set those aside until we need them in just a few minutes. You guys let me know in the comments what your favorite part of the seafood boil is. Here's all of our ingredients that we're gonna be using outside of the seafood: our lemon, our garlic, our onions, our corn, our sausage, our potatoes, everything that makes a delicious seafood boil. Now, I'm gonna show you guys how to prep our mussels. Mussels have a beard on them, and not the one that's well manicured like I have. This is a dirty beard that you wanna remove. You also wanna brush them and get rid of any sand or dirt that you might see. Also, guys, if you see any mussels that are cracked or broken, like this one right here, you want to throw those away. That's not safe to eat. It can make you sick. Also, if any of the mussels are already opened all the way, you want to remove those and throw those away as well. Once they're nice and clean, run them under some cold water just to make sure you got everything out of there, and then they're going to be good to go. We can set those aside until we need to cook them. Now we're moving on to our lobster tails. Wegmans already cuts theirs partially for me, which makes my life a little bit easier. We're gonna go ahead and cut these in half as well. You do want to clean your lobster tails also, because there is a nasty little vein that runs through the back of them. You're about to see me remove that. Always remove the vein from your lobster tails, especially ones that look like this one. And then we're gonna clean them with some salt water. Just make sure we get everything out of there. So once you've cut your lobster tails in half, add them to a bowl, and then we're gonna run them under some cold water with a little bit of salt just to make sure we get everything nice and clean. There we go. You can use whatever seafood you want for this boil, guys. It doesn't have to be lobster tail and mussels. You can just do crab legs and shrimp if you want. This is the pot that I'm using. I picked this up from Home Depot. It's a 30-quart pot. And now, my friends, for the star of the show. These seafood boil restaurants are popping up all over the country, and my personal favorite is Juicy Crab. They have their own seasoning here, and it's fantastic. I've linked to it in the description box below so you can check it out and try it out for yourself. Now we're making our garlic butter, so I'm going in with 2 sticks of Kerrygold butter and a half a stick of my compound butter. I've linked to that recipe in the description box as well. We're gonna melt that butter. It looks super healthy in there, right? Next, we're going in with some fresh lemon juice, about a half a lemon worth of lemon juice, probably 1 to 2 tablespoons if you're using the stuff in the jar. Then we're going in with 3 tablespoons of garlic paste. You can use minced garlic or fresh garlic as well. Another reminder, guys, all the specific measurements and ingredients can be found in the description box below, so don't forget to check that out. Give that a nice whisk, and then we're going in with this delicious juicy crab seasoning. This is the star of the show, man. It really makes this seafood boil come to life. Couple tablespoons of that. You want to season to taste. It's not too salty, so you can go kind of heavy on it, but adjust the seasoning to your preference. Everybody's salt preference is a little different, but I'm telling you, this garlic butter sauce is amazing. Look at that. Say it with me, guys. Looking good. All right, we got our water up to a boil. We got about 8 quarts of water in there. I'm going in with 1 tablespoon of roasted garlic better than bouillon and 1 tablespoon of lobster base. Give that a nice mix. That's going to add some nice flavor to our water. And then we're going in with about a 1/4 cup or so of this juicy crab seasoning, followed by 2 lemons. Going in with that garlic from earlier, those onions, You can leave the skins on, guys. Again, they're just there for flavor. We're not really gonna eat those, but they're gonna add some delicious flavor to our seafood boil. And then we're going in with our potatoes. So you wanna boil those potatoes for about 10 minutes because they take the longest to cook. So put the lid on there, let those potatoes get nice and tender, and then we'll check back in on them in just a second. All right, so it's been about 10 minutes. Our potatoes are getting nice and tender. Now we're going in with our beef kielbasa or whatever sausage you decide to use. And let that roll for about 5 minutes or so. Then we're gonna go in with those king crab legs and 3 pounds of snow crab legs. Make sure you clean all of your seafood as well. Sometimes you get them from the store, it just doesn't look too hot, so make sure they're nice and clean. Added those lobster tails also. After about 8 minutes, we're gonna go in with our corn. That doesn't really take that long to cook, so you wanna add that towards the end. Nobody likes that mushy corn, guys. And then we're going in with our shrimp and our mussels. Can't forget that all-purpose seasoning. And a little bit of the juicy crab seasoning. Put the lid back on another 5 to 7 minutes, and once the shrimp and the mussels are done, your seafood boil is ready to eat. Your house is gonna be smelling phenomenal. Aunts and uncles will come over that you haven't seen in years. They wanna eat all your food. At least that's what happens at my house. Oh man, look at that. This recipe is super easy, guys. You gotta give this one a try. Summer is here, seafood boils are in season. I'd eat them all year long, honestly. We cannot forget that delicious garlic butter sauce that we made earlier. Brace yourself for a couple money shots. Here we go. Oh man, just loaded with flavor. That juicy crab seasoning really brings this to life. You guys got to give that a try. Don't be shy with it. Cover it up. You can hit it with a little bit of Old Bay or a little bit more seasoning if you want. A little fresh chopped parsley for a pop of color and to make the thumbnail look good. Only thing left to do, my friends, is give this a taste test. Brace yourself for a trademark money shot. There is the star of the show again. Shout out to Juicy Crab. Thank you so much for this delicious seasoning. This really made my day. And I gotta get in here and get me one of these crab legs. All right, guys, moment of truth. Let's see what we got. Little struggle pull, not very impressive, Matt. Nice job. But the taste is on point, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know if I left something out. I know some people put boiled eggs in their seafood boil. I'm gonna have to try that. But I'll settle for this lobster tail. Oh man, that's good. That's my recipe for a seafood boil, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that bell to enable notifications. And as always, thank you for your support.